Now the third property what we are going to discuss is time reflection, or you can say time reversal. It is time domain, its Z transform is X of Z. Now the time domain is reflected, n become minus n. In Z domain there will be a change which is 1 by Z. We'll do the proof. Your function is amplitude depends on Z, amplitude depends on 1 by Z. So the same ROC also depends on 1 by Z. Remember. Now what is the proof? I need Z transform of X of minus n. We did it for X of n, here X of n. Now what happened? N is equal to minus infinity, infinity, X of minus n, Z power minus n. I need Z transform of X of n, X of n, X of minus n, X of n. Let us do some modification. Replace n as minus n. Where and all n, make it as minus n. If that is the case, my limit will become minus infinity become infinity. Infinity will become minus infinity. X of minus n become n. Z power minus n become n. That's it. But there is nothing happen if you change the limits. Summation n is equal to minus infinity, infinity, no issues. X of n. I can replace Z power n as Z inverse power minus n. Mathematically no issues. Because my general format is for minus n power, here also same. Now this is replacement. Now this is ditto same as Z transform of X Z inverse because of power minus n. I can also rewrite as X of 1 by Z. So the amplitude is a function of 1 by Z, even the Z transform ROC is also a function of 1 by Z. Hence, next property, multiplication by exponential. The time domain I am going to multiply by exponential. In the preliminary sections, many times we discussed exponential is not e power. In discrete it is a power, b power, alpha power. Let us say a power n. Now what will be the result in Z transform? It is X of Z by a. We will see the proof later. Now, is a function of Z is the function of Z by a. So even here also it is function of Z by a with respect to R. That's what the R was. Now let us see the proof. Z transform of X of n, here X of n, a power n X of n. What will be the result? Summation n is equal to minus infinity, infinity. Whatever the term, let us write a power n X of n, Z power minus n. I can merge this a power n X of n, a minus 1 Z, the whole power minus n. Mathematically no mistake. But my aim is power must be minus n, so I did. If you bring it back, Z power minus n same, bring it here, minus minus plus a power n. Now this is resembling your Z transform, small x it is capital X. Power must be minus n of this term, a inverse Z, which is written as X of Z by a. It's a function of Z by a, it converges in this region. So the ROC will be mod Z by a should be the converging region. Hence, next let us prove differentiation in Z domain. In time domain, if I multiply by the variable time itself, what will be the effect in Z domain, which is minus Z d by dz of X of Z. Amplitude is a function of Z. Amplitude is a function of Z. So no more changes in the ROC. Just to see what is the function. It is Z. So here also Z. Now what is that we are going to do? In this proof we are going to do in a reverse. X of Z. Differentiate with respect to z. D by dz of x of z, left hand side. What will be right hand side? N is equal to minus infinity infinity x of z. D by dz of z power minus n, because differentiating both sides with respect to z. Since the z term is only here, I made it here. Summation n is equal to minus infinity infinity x of n. What is differentiate with respect to z? Minus n, z power minus n minus 1. That's the differentiation. Now if you break this particular term, summation n is equal to minus infinity infinity x of n minus n, z power minus n, z power minus 1. Summation n is equal to minus infinity infinity minus, you take it outside, nx of n, z power minus n, z inverse. Okay. Summation n is equal to minus infinity infinity nx of n, z power minus n, d by dz of x of z. This z inverse, is it 1 by z? I can just replace this z inverse as 1 by z. My summation limit is for n. So 1 by z is independent. If I bring this side, it will be minus z, or multiply both sides by z. This minus is there. If you remove here, it will be minus. So this is the right hand side. So minus, I brought this side minus, 1 by z I brought this side. Now who is this particular term, which is z transform of n x of n? Hence, so z transform of n x of n, z transform of n x of n is minus z d by dz x of z, where the ROC is a function of z, so it is depends only on r. The sixth property is convolution. This is the last property we are going to discuss. x1 of n, z transform is x1 of z. x2 of n is for x2 of z. It's z transform. Now x1 of n convolution x2 of n, if you do, what will be its z transform? It is just multiplication in z domain. Two z domains are merging, so the final ROC will be the common area, which is intersection. So let us do the proof. We generally say convolution in time domain, multiplication in z domain is the generalized step. Z transform of x1 of n convolution x2 of n is summation n equal to minus infinity infinity. Who should be the z transform for this term? x1 of n convolution x2 of n, z power minus n. Now summation n equal to minus infinity infinity. Let us rewrite your convolution formula. Summation x1, first signal with a dummy variable m, second signal with n minus m, where m dummy variable varies from minus infinity infinity. Outside z power minus n. Just my summation remains same, z power minus n remains same. I brought convolution formula with a new dummy variable m. Now let us interchange the order. These two terms is m, which is independent of n. Take it outside. Summation m equal to minus infinity infinity x1 of m. Take this term inside. Summation n is equal to minus infinity infinity x2 of n minus m, z power minus n. Now let us do some change of variable. Let us replace n minus m as n. if I do, then what will be n? L plus m. Now if I change this to the variables, summation m is equal to minus infinity to infinity x1 of m, summation your n is replaced with L. So L is from minus infinity infinity x2 of who is n minus m? L. Z power minus of who is L? Replace L plus m. Now if you split this term, it is z power minus L, z power minus L. The last term is a function of m, independent of L, we can bring it this way. Summation m equal to minus infinity to infinity x1 of m, the last term z power minus m. Summation L equal to minus infinity infinity x2 of L, this particular term z power minus L. This is resembling your Z transform formula for x1 of z into x2. This is resembling the Z transform x2 of z, hence. And the same for this ROC mod z will be R1. For this it is R2. When two Z domains are merging, the common will be intersection. So that's the end of your property proof. In the next session, let us discuss more detail in problem.